Good morning. Today we'll start Indian economic development. Your syllabus of Indian economic development consists of the development of the country in three different phases. The first phase is at the time of independence, that is the time period between 1947 to 1950. The second phase is from 1951 to 1990, and the third phase from 1991 till date. The first chapter which you will study in Indian economic development is Indian economy on the eve of independence, or the time period between 1947 and 1950. So we will study the different features of Indian economy on the eve of independence, that is just at the time of independence. In this, we will study the condition of agriculture, the condition of industries, and other features of the Indian economy at the time of independence. But before that, we will get an insight of the Indian economy at the time of independence. So for this, we will have a brief introduction of the Indian economy. Before independence, India was a British colony. The British traders came to India to trade, but ended up as rulers. They plundered the Indian economy and exploited it. Here, I would like to tell you that before being a British colony, India was a self-sufficient country. Indian economy was self-sufficient. The farmers produced for their own consumption, and the handicraft and the cottage industries of India were flourishing industries. The product of these industries were demanded worldwide. As you already know, the Indian spices, muslin, and other materials were in demand all over the world. When the Britishers came to India, their motive was to trade with India in these products. But they saw the vast Indian resources and began to take interest in it. So they plundered the Indian economy and exploited it for their own interest or for the interest of the Britishers. They looted it in two ways. First, they took away the raw materials for their industries in Britain, and they forced the Indians to buy the finished products from the factories in Britain. Now, when this happened, the Indian industries began to decline. The Indian industries means the handicraft industries and the cottage industries. They began to decline as they could not match with the finished products of the industries. As these industries declined, people became unemployed and poor. Slowly, poverty and unemployment started to loom over India. But the Britishers did not bother to bring about any reforms or changes in the economy because they were interested in only looting it. They did not even give a thought to any economic study or study of the economy, or gave encouragement to economists to bring over reforms. Some of the Indian economists who were interested in it, like some of the prominent economists, Dr. V.K.R.V. Rao, Professor Gatkil, Dadabhai Naroji, tried to change the economy or tried to give a second thought to bring about changes in the economy. But they were never encouraged. Dadabhai Naroji tried to measure the national income of the country also. But in the absence of any tools or economic tools or records, it was not possible. So they developed a concept known as the jail cost of living or the jail concept. Now, in this concept, as in a jail, every adult prisoner is served with food. It was that the cost of this food was to be considered. But the total population is not adult. It consists of child population and infant population. So it was thought that the food served to the adult, half the cost was considered for child. Now this was multiplied with the adult population and the child population, and the result was national income. So these economists, in absence of any economist tools, tried to develop the concept or to measure the national income of the country so that reforms or changes could be brought about in the economy. Now, students, we will further pursue with our lesson in the next class. Thank you and hope you have followed it.